Now at 11, what we now know about a quintuple homicide investigation and its connection to this incident in a Washington town today.
We do not believe there's a risk to the community and that this was our suspect.
Plus, after the devastating wildfires in Spokane turned into a massive recovery operation, how the basketball community is supporting those efforts.
It's insane how that much people care that much about us.
And a scoop of something bittersweet as a beloved Hillsboro ice cream shop closes its doors for good.
We wouldn't be here without the support of everyone around us.
Thanks so much for being with us here at 11. I'm John Adams. We're following breaking news out of Washington County as police investigate a murder-suicide that has left 6 people dead. It started Saturday morning after a vehicle fire. Then tonight, police reporting they found the suspect dead in Washington state. The incident even catching the attention of Governor Tina Kotek. In a statement on social media, the governor said in part, "Whatever the circumstances, let's keep the family and friends of the victims in our hearts and prayers." Our Catherine Cook is joining us live with what we know tonight. Catherine.
And John, at this point, investigators really want to get the word out that there is no threat to the public. Police found the suspect dead this afternoon, nearly 200 miles away from where this all began.
This is being investigated as a quintuple homicide, 5 people deceased.
Washington County Sheriff's detectives connecting the dots outside a gruesome scene near Forest Grove. It started early Saturday morning when firefighters responded to a vehicle fire on Northwest Otis Lane. That's where investigators say they discovered 5 people and multiple domesticated animals dead. Washington County Sheriff Caprice Massey.
I will say that in my 22 years here, I have not been a part of or witnessed a scene quite this complex involving this type of an investigation.
Detectives said they did not believe this was a random act. By Sunday afternoon, their search for a suspect pointed to Enumclaw, Washington, about 50 miles southeast of Seattle. There, parked behind a Safeway store, Enumclaw police say they found 36-year-old Benjamin Charles Parker in his vehicle, dead by suicide.
What I really want everyone to hear is that we do not believe there's a risk to the community and that this was our suspect and he died in Enumclaw, Washington.
Investigators have not shared how they connected Parker to the crime scene or his motive for the murders, but they say he was known to the victims. Investigators have not released the identities of the victims at this time. They are planning to share an update in the coming days. In the meanwhile, we're told that they want to collect tips from the public and continue building this case. They're asking anyone with information on it to contact the Washington County Sheriff's Office. John, back to you.
Our Catherine Cook live tonight. Catherine, thank you so much for that report. And stay with KGW News for the latest updates surrounding this homicide investigation. You can also follow our website, kgw.com, or stream us on our free KGW Plus app. And we want to remind you during stories of this nature that if you or someone you know is experiencing suicidal thoughts, help is available 24/7. All you have to do is dial the number you see there on your screen, 988. Well, in other news, a crash in Clackamas County sends 3 people to the hospital and closes a highway for hours. It happened sometime around 1:30 this afternoon on Highway 6 near the Northwest Timber Road exit. One of the people had to be flown by helicopter due to the nature of their injuries. Oregon State Police is investigating. And in Portland, a firefighter was treated for burns after a house caught fire. It happened around 7 yesterday on North Missouri Avenue. A crew was working on the fire inside the home when a window broke, causing a flashover that burned a firefighter. Fortunately, their burns were only minor and there were no other reported injuries. The cause of that fire is under investigation. Well, let's take a live look outside on this Sunday night where we're seeing some clear skies right now. Starting out the work week, we are tracking another couple days of August heat as highs get back around 90 degrees. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri is here with the latest. Hey, Joe.
Hey, good evening to you, John. Just about a week left in the month of August, and you step out tonight, we're looking at clear skies, temperature of 67 degrees. Tomorrow will be noticeably warmer. Same with Tuesday. I'm forecasting highs tomorrow right around the low 90s. Just a little bit cooler going into Tuesday, but this is a look at your Monday forecast. We'll be waking up to clear skies, and the only hiccup we're going to be seeing for tomorrow, we'll be seeing a shift in the wind direction. So all that smoke that's been sitting over in eastern Oregon, once again, it's going to shift over to the west side of the state. But still, we're looking at temperatures right around 92 to 93 degrees for your daytime highs. Air quality alert still in place through the areas where you see gray throughout parts of the central Oregon Cascades near Mount Hood. Red flag warning will be in place late tomorrow morning and into Monday night. Meanwhile, a fire weather watch will be taking effect throughout the afternoon throughout the east side of the state, southeast pocket of the state because of the threat of thunderstorms. Right now on the radar, we're looking at calm conditions, but these thunderstorms are expected to pick up by the afternoon and evening tomorrow. And here's a look at that smoke and haze. We're seeing it pretty thick over the Mount Jefferson area now, but you'll notice going into tomorrow, we'll start to see it kind of pick up a little bit for Monday and Tuesday. Things will lighten out by the middle part of the week. I'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thanks so much. To Nevada now, where the state's National Guard is joining the fight against a fast-moving wildfire bearing down on Reno. The Hawk fires are forcing some 40,000 people to evacuate. Authorities are warning an additional 45,000 people to get ready to leave as well.
Packed our bags and sort of waited it out, and we just hiked up to the top of the hill here, and it's burning pretty good. It's really windy up there, so which is a little bit scary.
Investigators say they believe the fire was intentionally set. So far, 6 people have been injured, including 3 emergency responders. The 3 wildfires burning around Spokane are now 97% contained. An estimated 900 structures were destroyed in those fires. As wildfire victims start to rebuild, the Spokane basketball community is bringing together local and professional players to help raise money for those impacted. Emily Fox-Million shows us how a basketball clinic became a way to give back.
It's super fun meeting like Gonzaga people.
For these kids, that's a pretty good way to spend a weekend. A chance to shoot, dribble, and go one-on-one with players they've watched from the stands and on TV.
But it's not the final score that matters.
Because every kid on this court is helping raise money for people recovering from the Spokane complex fires. And for one team here, that hits especially close to home.
Flippers!
These boys have played together for years, and one of their teammates lost his home in the fires.
It was kind of heartbreaking because it was kind of our dream house.
He says his family had about 15 minutes to evacuate. When they came back, he saw something he didn't expect.
Somehow our hoop stayed through the fire because it's planted into the ground. So it was just a little, the net was just black, and the backboard was dirty, but it was still there, still standing.
He hasn't played on that hoop since, but today he was back on a court with the same kids who have been by his side.
Oh, it made me really sad. I wish that it didn't happen because it makes me sad because what if that happened to you?
And a whole lot of other people showing up too.
Just insane how that much people care that much about us.
Shoot 360 owner Dan Dickow says they put the clinic together in less than 2 weeks. The initial goal, raise about $1,500.
It looks like we're going to far exceed that.
He expects the total to reach at least $2,500. Money he says will go to a local wildfire relief fund.
I really think you saw Spokane come together and just help one another, and I think that's what this city is all about.
For Knox, his basketball hoop is still standing, and so is the team around him.
Well, today was the final day for a beloved yet embattled Hillsboro business. We stopped by Jim's Ice Cream earlier today before it closed its doors permanently. The business owner says the property owner declined to renew their lease and sold it to someone else. This comes less than a year after the ice cream shop reopened following an extensive closure after a car crashed into the building on Thanksgiving nearly 2 years ago. Today, a chance to serve some final scoops and share some memories.
I have generations of customers that have been coming in here, watched their kids grow up, birthday cakes every year, Christmas treats and cakes, and losing that, it's kind of a surreal feeling and hard to put into words, the loss that we're all experiencing.
Well, at this point, there's no plan to reopen at another location. Portland's largest celebration of Indian culture wrapped up at Pioneer Square earlier this evening. India Festival puts a focus on the country's independence, typically celebrated during the month of August. In addition to a full day of performances, there were hands-on demonstrations of cultural crafts, plus a magic show and yoga. There was also vendors selling authentic Indian cuisine. Organizers say this is a way to preserve Indian culture while also bringing diversity to the Rose City.
We think that there's a lot to do with educating the Oregonians about our culture and India. And it's like a lot of people don't go to India. It's like going to India without leaving Portland.
The event was hosted by the India Cultural Association of Portland.